There is a growing spiritual movement that is being espoused by many prominent scientists and celebrities. This movement is based on the idea that our consciousness itself controls the universe around us. In some of these philosophies, they even believe that the universe only exists because our consciousness perceives it. And when nobody is looking at something, that thing ceases to be rendered by the universe. The proponents of these philosophies point towards quantum mechanics as the evidence of our conscious minds manipulating the matter around us. Take, for example, the classic thought experiment of Schrodinger's cat. A cat is placed in a box with a poison, and a mechanism that has a 50% chance of releasing the poison and killing the cat. What you might remember from physics class is before you open the box, the cat is in a state of being both dead and alive. But after you open the box and observe the cat's state is now chosen. It is either dead or it is alive, not both. Unfortunately, that is entirely wrong. Just think about it. If you put a cat in a box, if it's alive, you'll probably hear it meow, and if it dies, after a while it'll start to stink, regardless of if you've looked at it or not. And also, you've just murdered a cat, you monster. So how can something so commonly taught be so misinterpreted by so many people? This misconception is all over the place. Even mainstream science journalists get it wrong. So why do so many smart people believe it? And what is actually true? Let's dig into that. Schrodinger created the thought experiment to help explain the quantum world. Our universe is made up of 24 known fundamental particles that include things like photons, electrons, and quarks, which are the things that make up neutrons and protons. A particle can be put into a state where it behaves kind of like how we're told the cat would behave, where they seem to be in multiple states at once until they are observed. Then the particle chooses a state. The real question is, and this is where people get it wrong, who is doing the observing? Does it matter that the thing doing the observing is conscious? Contrary to what many bad science journalists may write, the universe doesn't give a crap whether the thing observing it is conscious. The universe only cares that the universe is observing. So what I mean when I say the universe observes a particle is that there is evidence within the universe of what that particle's state was. It doesn't matter if that evidence is recorded within someone's brain or onto a random atom in the environment. Either of those situations will cause the particle to stop acting in an unintuitive quantum state and instead collapse into acting in a more classical physics fashion. Schrodinger's cat would never be in a quantum superposition because the state of its particles would be observed by the universe. That cat's particles would be bumping into each other. The particles in the air would be interacting with the particles in the cat. To be in a quantum state, you usually need to isolate a particle, put it in a vacuum, cool it down so there's no other particles strongly interacting with it. Observation in most cases means hitting a particle with a photon or having that particle hit an inanimate detector. It does not mean a conscious entity observes the result. There's no evidence consciousness is quantum mechanically special in any way. I'm not saying you can't believe the universe is psychically influenced by your thoughts, but you need to know that thinking so is not scientific. You are believing in, essentially, a religion. You can also believe that the universe popped into existence last Thursday. We can't prove that it didn't happen. But all the evidence points against it, and all the evidence points against your mind being able to control if a cat is dead or not. Comment down below if you think there are other pseudoscientific topics that need covering. Also like, subscribe, and call your family. They probably miss you. Bye.